Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those joining for the first time, this is not a political poll, it's a spiritual poll. Every Sunday, a group of us, we get together and we jump up and down and we sing on this web of creation, on this web of manifestation. And I was looking over some comments, and somebody mentioned a prayer circle that Pam Gregory, the astrology, has set up. I think it's with Heather Hensworth. I think anyway, it doesn't matter. But she has a group that come together in their mind's eye, no Zoom, no anything, just on their own. But at a certain time, they come together and they, for 15 minutes, meditate and manifest peace on the planet. And I have done that same thing, and many of you all have done that and joined me as well. And I just want to remind people that I am doing that still. And in the shamanic culture, where we can transcend space and time, it doesn't necessarily have to be at that time. So for my journey circle that opens at 7:30, unless I sleep late, then it's 8. But whenever you join, imagine joining with the circle. Imagine joining in with a group of people to open the 4 directions, to send peace on the planet, to manifest the life that we want to manifest. And in thinking of that, I thought I would like to share a little bit about what I'm thinking when I drop into the 4 directions. And the 4 directions are simply a portal. It focuses my energy, my mind, so that I can get out of the chatter of my 3D brain and go into the realm of creation. And who's there to support me, and what is my path? And so there's a lot that goes in to the medicine wheel, to the 4 directions. Some people just stop at the 4 directions and they say, I'm opening up sacred space that way. Others will go, well, I'm going to also respect the down below, the earth, and the Father sky above, and then the center of all this wheel at this moment in time, our personal selves. And I think that too is important. We need to honor ourselves for stepping into that place. So I tried to make this simple and it went a little crazy. So if the visual of this is too much, that's fine. Hopefully the words will come through with it. As I said, this is something that came new into my awareness. So let's see how it plays out. We have the 4 directions, and we have us in the center, the medicine wheel. And so we have the east direction, the south, the west, the north. And these directions can represent stages of life, seasons of the year, aspects of life, elements of nature, power animals, and ceremonial plants. I'm not going to get into all of those. I will be talking about the animals, what I put in a direction that represents that for me. So the archetypal animals in the 4 directions, I mean, they're more than just symbols. They're energies or spirits. But the important thing, however we lay this out, is that when we meditate, we get an energy for, let's say the south. And it depends on where we are in our life. For me, I think power animal energy will shift as from a young person to a middle age to an elder. It'll shift. And so we need to acknowledge and honor that shift. But the important thing is that we get to know these energies, whatever we put on here, so that we can, when we call on those energies, the energies step through. Okay, so let's start off with the East. Well, first off, I open up the wheel. I place my directions: north, south, east, and west. Oh, I did that backwards. North, south, east, and west. So I place that in my mind's eye. And some people will have their medicine wheel, their 4 directions, set up on their land. And so they can access the spirit of their land through the medicine wheel. So if I am in the center and I open up this directional space, I normally go to the east. And the east is a direction from where the sun rises. It's illumination. It's a direction of birth and rebirth. It's a direction for guidance. And some of the power animals, because it's air, I go with hawk. I go with eagle, condor. Some power animals for the East are different than that. It could be deer. Deer is an element of air. And in that, with the antlers, that energy from the antlers allows the deer to connect to the spirits, our helping spirits, our intuition. And so some people will have deer in there. It doesn't matter really what power animal you associate with it, as long as it makes sense to you. And I go with newness, the rising sun, the full illumination. The south shield is midday sun. It is what we have the sun at the highest point, and so it can be warming. It can be really too hot, but it's the summer. It's the place of summer. It fulfills our beginnings from the east and matures them into our youth, into our strength. And it's about vitality and vigor, and it's about preparing for the future, because we're going to go around again. And so this is what we are creating in the midday part of our journey on this medicine wheel. A lot of people, including myself, will put their ancestors in the south. And it's like I have my ancestors who are behind me, who support me in my journey, in my youth. Because when we're youthful, we are a little crazy. Well, speaking for some of you, me, I was very logical and calm. So the ancestors keep us on the right track. They remind us of what the track we should be on. The West Shield, that is bear energy. It's the setting of the sun. It is the where we get to relax from our midday sun energy and look back where we've come and say, how did we do? Did we do okay? We still have some daylight left. There's still some things that we can do. Maybe we got wounded along the way and we wanted to feel a little, get a little healing. So we use the Western energy for healing. My power animals are bear and whale, the waters, the healing waters. It's also awareness of the path that we went on, what went well, what didn't go well. Not a judgment thing. Oh, I probably could have done that a little better. Yeah, maybe next time around. And maybe not. Maybe isn't the right word. Next time around, I'm going to change it up. And we'll see how that worked. When we get up to the north is winter. It's white buffalo. And to me, that north energy, that power energy from the north, it's in the winter time, and the west is the fall. So we have spring, summer, fall, winter. But the winter time is when we get to really rest. There's not, hopefully we have done our work during the spring, summer, fall, so we have enough food stored for when the snows come. It's the elder part of us in this journey. It is the wisdom part of us. And for me, that northern energy is symbolized by white buffalo calf woman who brought sacred ceremony to the tribes. And it was powerful ceremony, which we won't really get into it here. You can look it up online. I do have a video on it somewhere in Sunday with Spirit. Okay, so I know I'm talking a lot, but here's what I've been working on. What if we take, for example, the energy of white buffalo calf woman, and I put that into one word, carrying the sacred pipe. How does her energy translate to me carrying the sacred pipe in a new beginning? Right? Opening up to something new. How does the energy of the South affect new beginnings? So I go around the wheel and see how each of the directions will affect my path on the wheel. So if it gets a little confusing with the cards, hopefully you'll close your eyes and just listen to the words and let's see what we get with them. So I have the 3 cards. And it doesn't really matter if one of these cards pops to you as a spiritual call, a strength card, a healing card, then go with that. And if they don't resonate, then just marinate in the message. All right, so here we have the East. We have air, we have eagle, condor, rising above, showing me the path that I signed up for, that maybe I can't remember what it was. How do I carry the sacred pipe in a new journey, in a new way? Be the warrior woman. That's what the North Shield is saying. Be the warrior woman. And it's saying, have you answered your deepest calling? And I know for me, I go, I don't know what my deepest calling is. Maybe we need to, in this time, in this quiet of the winter, reflect on that. And as we in the Northern Hemisphere go into the winter, then yeah, that's a really good time to reflect on it. It's a good time to reflect on it at any time. We just need to get into the quiet. What about the South? What does the South, that the power of Jaguar, which is my South energy? I have 3, Jaguar, Coyote, and Snake. This shows Coyote. But what does that strength of midday sun show me in a new journey? What does it give me? And it asks me, what are you clinging to? And I think to myself, well, whatever it is, if it's coming from the South, there's a lot of power in what I'm clinging to. Or maybe there's a lot of clinging to the possibility that I can rebuild. This is like the Tower card in tarot. And from the West direction, what does the healing energies of Bear want to tell me as Eagle, looking for my new pet, the new elimination? It says don't dim to fit in. Okay. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So as I start on this new journey, whatever it is, there's a little bit of me. And when I say me, I know there's others out there that are feeling the same way, that are feeling I can't be the brightest I can be because I got wounded in a past life, because somebody said something to me and it hurt my feelings in this life. So we need to heal that. Yay. Okay, let's move on to the South. I'm going kind of fast because I think I'll be here forever. The South Shield, midday sun, Jaguar, Coyote, Snake, my ancestors standing there helping me work the fields, work my day. What does the East have to say? Align your life. What is not aligned needs to change. There's power, there's strength. I have my ancestors behind me saying, you signed up to be this. Align it. It's going to take some strength, but we've got you. The second card is Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying the foundations, the grand plan. And this is coming from the North. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. How does the North Shield want me to carry this? Remember the divine plan, the laying the foundations. And when we're healing from the West wants us, well, this could be the North too. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms, the council of light. My ancestors are the helpers of the subtle realm for me. I feel them. I know that they are there. And they are such a healing presence for me. Okay, off to the West. And we have 3 cards. Let's go up here to the North. And again, however it works out for you. Wow, this is looking like quite a mess here. We have, what does the carrying the sacred pipe in the West mean? The guidance is divinely guided. So when we go to the West for healing, for bear medicine, and we carry that sacred pipe to the west, know that our guidance is divinely guided. I goes, hey, that's redundant. Okay. Let's go to the east. The eagle, air, flying above the path, not being on the road with all the bumps and bruises and distorted pavement, but flying above it, navigating the current so that we don't absorb too much of the 3D. The healing energy, it says, share your voice. Ooh. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. So when we're wounded, when we're needing this healing energy, the newness of the east, the air energy is saying, okay, lick your wounds and let's go. Get back on the wheel again. Start moving around. Your guidance is divinely guided. Let's go. You got this coming up. And from the south, from our strength, from our midday sun, what does our wounded, what does our healing energy of the west need to hear? Just say yes. We kick this around so much. I don't know. Should we do this? Should we not do this? Should I do this? I don't know. Let's do that. Just say yes. Go. Yes. So, as I say, yes, let's go. We go up to the north. White buffalo calf woman. White buffalo, the winter, the rest, the elders, getting ready to start this all over again, building up our strength, getting good rest. What does the east energy, the energy of air, show us? How does it relate to us in the north? It says, hey, get grounded, empaths, highly sensitive. Connect with nature. That means you might be cold because it's cold out there. North and south. How does the south interact with the north? How does our ancestors, how does our strength, how do we carry that strength into the spiritual, into carrying the pipe, listening to the message of the sacred pipe? Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. This is perfect. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. So when we get up to the north, when we get into that quiet meditation, it's asking, for me, it's asking, hey, remember when you said your ancestors are in the past supporting you? Making sure you don't fall over backwards too hard. They got us. They're not pushing us in any direction. They're just supporting us in the direction we want to go. The North Shield is saying, hey, get grounded and remember us. Remember what we did and how we can help you. Oh, powerful. And then what the what the West energy brings to the North, the healing energy of the West, bear energy brings to white buffalo energy. And this is interesting. It says no. Just say no. Wait. Stop. Postpone. This one says yes. That says no. But when we're in winter time, this is not the time to go. This is the time to rest up, to build up, to meditate, to listen to our ancestors, to get grounded. This is a reset time. This isn't a go time. Okay. So I got more. So here we are on the medicine wheel. This is the center of us. And I've got 4 cards that could probably be the whole Sunday with Spirit without going through all this. We have the medicine wheel, and it's the cycles, the movement. And at the base of the deck, I got the whirling rainbow, unity, wholeness achieved. So as we deal with our medicine wheels, and we say our prayers, and we say our manifestations, our unity is bringing wholeness. It's manifesting, it's bringing an achievement. I know that it says wholeness achieved, but I think it is bringing something a little bit more. What do all the directions remind us to do? Drum. There's an internal timing. There is a rhythm that we must pay attention to. Just say no, just say yes. New beginnings, council of light, we've got this. In the South here, the keywords say inner child, innocence. Retain that innocence in this inner timing, in this rhythm of life. Next thing they want us to remember is the burden basket. Put your burdens in a basket. Don't carry them around with you all along. We have self-reliance. No one's going to fix this for us. It's us fixing whatever we're fixing. Whatever the path is for us, it's us walking the path. Nobody else can walk the medicine wheel for us, only us. And we do it in such a unique way. We do it by sharing our voice. We doing it with shining our light, not dimming to fit in. The next thing they want to share is our roots, giving, and we have the standing people, which again tells me, go talk to a tree, go ground yourself in Gaia. And the last card we get, powwow, sharing, quickening. As we find ourselves on this path right now, I find time is flying by so fast, so fast. This is a time of sharing, of community, of realizing how fast things are going, and act now. Don't dim to fit in. Be the warrior woman. Call on our ancestors to help us on this path. Looking at this messy table, it's kind of like our lives right now, isn't it? And that's what the directions allow us to do, is to focus it in one step at a time. Thanks again for joining me. Peace and love.